Hey folks, welcome back to another Dispatch. Today I just want to go over a couple celebrities who fight pornography. It is really cool to find Jesus' wisdom and his gospel spread across creation, to find secularists who practice a kind of ethic, a way of loving people that has continuity with Jesus' gospel. So today just going to look at three different people. The first is GordonLevitt. GordonLevitt is a brilliant actor. He's been acting for a long time. He's done a lot of work when it comes to objectification, talking about how pornography conditions us to see people as objects, and so just like primarily objects of pleasure, where we just use them for what they are physically, we admire them for what they are physically, but we don't actually see the emotions and the relationships and the imagination and the humanity behind what they are physically. He believes that, well, that pornography conditions us to view people this way. Also, kind of just like pornography as expectation. So when we are feasting ourselves on a lot of different people throughout the day, we come away with a kind of sex ed, and a lot of children are watching pornography younger and younger. And when then that's their standard and their expectation for relationships, that's teaching them a kind of ethic, a kind of sex ed about what to expect in sex and what to, well, desire from sex. It's very two-dimensional, hence his thoughts on objectification. Really brilliant. I'd encourage you guys to check that out. The second is Orlando Bloom. Orlando Bloom is the heartthrob of Hollywood, I think, ever since he did Legolas with the Lord of the Rings. But Orlando was having a lot of difficulty in relationships for like a long time. He couldn't actually like fall in love, and he was having a hard time having female relationship. So a friend challenged him to do 6 months of abstinence. So like 6 months without any sex or porn. Like he decided to go all in and be like, okay, like if I'm not having sex, then I don't want to be viewing porn. And so he pulled himself away from just seeing people that way, seeing women that way primarily. And after 6 months, all of a sudden it reinvigorated, it vivified all of his relationships, and he started being able to interact with women in ways that weren't two-dimensional, not just viewing them as objects. It's reconditioned the way that he goes about interacting with people. It's really cool. I've never actually heard of a celebrity practicing celibacy or abstinence to that degree. I just think it's rad. And the third is Terry Crews. Terry Crews is really outspoken when it comes to pornography. He's done a lot of work with Fight the New Drug and a lot of different organizations when it comes to pornography. He was exposed to pornography when he was like 12, super young, grew up in a beat-up household. It was rough through and through. Got married, had kids, and in 2010, like all his stuff came out in the open. Like his wife found out that he was viewing pornography, that he had long-term addiction to it, and they started fighting it together. It was really cool the way that they actually fought it together. It wasn't just a him problem, it was a they problem in a real way, and so they went after it. A decade later, now he's just this big advocate against pornography. It's a really incredible story, and he does work everywhere. If you just Google his name, there's content everywhere on Terry Crews fighting pornography. I'd encourage you to check that out. So those are the three in particular that I wanted to talk with you guys about today. That doesn't exhaust the list. There's Lamar Odom, there's Russell Brand, there's Rashida Jones. There's so many people who fight against pornography. They see what pornography does to them, how it dehumanizes the people around them, dehumanizes them, and how it strips their relationships apart. Really incredible, folks. But then also the connection between pornography and sex trafficking. There's loads of work bridging that connection. It's kind of irrefutable, the corollary connection between the two. So I'd encourage you just to check out these names, check out these folks. We, Proven Ministries, has done a series of blogs and articles on celebrities who fight pornography. We'll have links to those below. You can check them out. As always, continue to check out the Protectors Initiative. Protectors Initiative continues to fight for healthy and whole intimacy in relationships and families, as well as pornography and sex trafficking and all the damage that ensues from that. So thanks for tracking with us, guys, and we will catch you next time.